welcome in to day 18. I hope yesterday you had an amazing workout, so today is recovery and grow day. So today we are also going to be doing a Q&A. I'll answer some of your guys' questions that I got. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, every Tuesday I do a What Does the Fox Say Q&A on my Instagram story. This time I decided to bring some of the questions to YouTube so I could answer them a little bit more in depth and detailed for you all. And as always, if you have any other questions, you can feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. I know usually I give the updates on the check-ins on the weekend, but I just wanted to say real quick before I start the Q&As how insanely happy I am with the progress I've been making. I'm already getting like bicep splits coming in. If you can see that on camera. I'm very happy with that. My weight has gone up way more than I expected, to the point where I actually had to pull back on my food a little bit. But at the same time, everything feels tight, everything feels good. I'm actually getting, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but stretch marks coming in on my chest and shoulders. And this is just about 3 weeks into this 12-week trainer. So I am so excited to see what this new split, this new diet, and the old school style of training does for my physique at the end of 12 weeks. And I hope you're excited too if you're on this journey with me. Just had to get that out there because super excited and stoked. So let's jump in and see what questions you had for me. So my current workout split is kind of listed along with this trainer. So if you go back and watch the YouTube videos through, you can see when I have training days and when I have rest days and some of the exercises that I'm doing on those training days. If you want access to my full split, you can go to my website. The link is in the description and comment section below, and you can check out and actually follow along with me on the exact workouts and training split that I'm doing right now. This is a great question, and the basic exercises mastered and progressively overloaded is always best as a beginner, or really at any part of your bodybuilding journey. But I'm going to give you a couple exercises for both the biceps and triceps that personally helped me a lot when I was starting out. So for biceps, single arm cable curls were a great exercise that really helped me focus and be able to develop a mind-muscle connection on the biceps. And single arm dumbbell preacher curls was another exercise where you put the back of your arm on the preacher pad and it takes out any momentum and body language from rocking around like that and allows you to isolate the biceps. So those two exercises really helped me get that good mind to muscle connection. For triceps, single arm cable pushdowns were a great exercise that allowed me to really focus on squeezing and contracting the triceps and developing that neurological connection that I could take to any other tricep exercise. And then the close grip Smith machine bench press is another exercise that I personally really like for triceps, as the Smith machine allows you not to worry about stabilizing the bar too much, so you can focus just on getting a good squeeze at the top and using your triceps to drive through the entire movement. So those two exercises for biceps and triceps are great for beginners because they're easy to focus on the muscle and build up that connection. So to build up a chest obviously takes finding the right exercises that work for you, that you can get a good mind to muscle connection with, progressively overloading over time and being consistent with them, making sure that your diet is on point and helping you to build up muscle over time as well. So there's a lot of long answers that I don't really have time to give you on this, but I guess the short answer would be find exercises that you can feel and can go heavy on. So some sort of presses, flies, and cable exercises aren't really going to give you a whole lot of mass. They're just helpful for getting a good mind to muscle connection or a finishing pump. So pressing movements that you can focus on your chest and then consistently, progressively overload on them. You can also, using the link below, check out my blueprint to chest, where I have my chest workouts listed up there. Or if you want even more detail, you can also reach out to me for coaching, and I'd be happy to help you. Well, this is a perfect one because now that I've gotten some of the coaching questions out of the way, I decided it'd be fun to bring in the Mrs. Fox onto the channel here, introduce you to her. So what do you think about all the weird questions I get on What Does the Fox Say?
They creep me out, but I'm not surprised. You're gorgeous, so makes people go crazy.
I've just learned to laugh at them, honestly. I mean, there's some really weird questions. Some of them I'll have fun with in post. The super creepy or inappropriate ones we just delete.
So annoying.
Horror, not so much, as I'm not really a blood and guts person. Psychological thriller with a little element of horror, sure, I can definitely get into that if it's a good one. What about you?
Same. I don't like being scared. I creep myself out at night, so.
So you don't like the psychological thrillers then?
Well, those are really cool though. I don't know.
They're cool, but they scare her at night. So she doesn't like them, but she likes them, apparently.
Yeah.
For me personally, no. I have cut back quite a bit on meat intake over the past couple of years, focus more on plant-based and getting in vegetables and fruits and all that healthy for you stuff, but completely vegan, while you can do that in bodybuild, to get to a high level and be successful, it's not at all optimal. So my whey protein, that wouldn't be vegan. Beef, chicken, obviously not vegan, and I eat quite a bit of that. So would you ever consider going vegan?
Maybe vegetarian for like an experiment on how it works in my body, but that's about it.
Yeah, because I guess you could still get the whey protein powder and cottage cheese and stuff then.
Yeah, so maybe, yeah.
I need my meat. This one's short and sweet. Doing great. Hope you are as well. How are you doing?
Me too. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Life is good.
Yep.
So that is a huge question with an answer that constantly changes as you move through life. So obviously there's things like grow a family, provide well for it, travel the world, all that amazing stuff. I know you really want to do some traveling. Mm-hmm. So let me break it down to a smaller question. What's my small goal right now, focusing on helping me achieve some of those big goals? And that would just be to grow my business and grow my social media. So your guys' support has been amazing. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and I hope you enjoy them and find them informative. And then obviously my bodybuilding goals as well. Continue to build my physique, which is going amazingly right now, and then look for a show maybe in the late spring, early summer, and start working towards that pro card. So those are some of my major goals right now. What about you?
Same. I just want to compete and I don't know, do shows with you all over the world while I'm traveling. So.
There you go. World travel and competition at once.
Yep.
But then we can't try all the food because we're like in France and we can't even have a cream puff because we're
cheat meals.
First off, thank you so much. I'm glad I can be an inspiration to you. That's awesome and humbling, and I really appreciate you saying that. So how has God inspired me on this journey? As opposed to the word inspired, let's say helped and assisted me along this journey, because as I go further in life, I realize more and more how much I can't just depend on myself. And there really is that aspect of trust and faith that comes into my life that is leading me and guiding me down the paths that I'm taking. So, for example, with my business, that was a faith aspect, stepping out into something different and unknown for me. And it was just really put on my heart that I was supposed to step away from the position that I was in and start my business so that I could help people and be a blessing in that aspect. And it's just been, it was a big leap of faith, but it's been an amazing journey so far. And that continues to be a huge blessing and focus. Obviously, I was created with a work ethic and a drive to continually better myself. So that makes it, so I love this bodybuilding journey because bodybuilding really is all about continuing to improve yourself and get better and having that drive behind you. So I love who God created me to be, and it's a constant inspiration every day just stepping outside into beautiful Florida and seeing creation and nature and all of that. I don't really. I'm kind of wondering if this question is tied into some sort of foot thing, but no, I don't really. And if I did, then I could hold up my feet in the camera and my flip flops for you, but I don't have flip flops, so.
Yeah, I do. To the beach.
She has the sandals, not a foot thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, a pec bounce is just a muscle contraction. So it's just contracting the muscles in your chest to make it move. So in slow motion, without bouncing, it would look like that. So once you get a good mind to muscle connection in your chest and develop an appropriate amount of mass that it actually looks impressive, then you can do a great pec bounce. So I practiced for a long time in the mirror when I still had little pecs. I saw Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson do it in a movie, and I was like, ooh, I want to be able to do that. So I practiced until I built up a good mind to muscle connection, and now it's easy. Take it away.
I can't.
See, this is what I'm talking about. At the start, the person who was asking about the weird questions I get, this one's just kind of a fun one, certainly harmless, but I get asked this every single time I do a questionnaire, and pec bouncing for 3 minutes straight, that's just, no, I don't have that kind of time. I want to help you guys. I don't know how pec bouncing is going to do that, so.
Maybe join the Patreons.
There you go.
Yeah.
And yes to this question, I am going to go ahead and put words up on this screen because I know that this person who asked this question on Instagram is deaf. So he always requests that I put words up there, so I'm going to do that for him. But yes, I am happy to work with anybody who is willing to put in the work themselves and take the knowledge that I have on this to heart and put it into practice, and then you will experience amazing results. And I just absolutely love what I do. So if you are interested in working with me for coaching and bringing your vision to life in that way, feel free to click on the link below. Again, I'll put that all in words up here so you can see that, but it would be my pleasure. All right, that wraps up the Q&A for today. If you have any questions that you didn't see answered, feel free to put them in the comments, or like I said, every Tuesday, I do a What Does the Fox Say Q&A on my Instagram story, so you can check that out at Noah the Fox on Instagram. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another workout day.